Time now for the quote of the week. Let me first say, I absolutely cannot do justice to the myriad of issues surrounding the murder of Charlie Kirk, reflected in the profoundly troubling reactions actually celebrating a murder. The context of political violence is important, though. President Trump survived two assassination attempts. In June, two Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota were shot, one of whom was killed. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's home was firebombed in April. Now, while details are still forthcoming on the subject and his motives, although some is getting more clear at this point, what is clear, though, is Charlie Kirk was a target because he challenged what many are loosely referring to as aspects of the woke agenda. Obviously, there are many people who disagree with his views and indeed, as I said, openly celebrate his murder. But as the Wall Street Journal editorial board states in quotes, this is all the more tragic because Kirk built his movement, Turning Point USA, the old-fashioned way, through political debate. His method was to appear on college campuses and welcome all comers to take him on with questions and opposing points of view. Columnist Kimberly Strassel added in quotes, he didn't duck questions, didn't respond in anger, no matter how furious or provocative the questioner. He debated people's positions, not their integrity. He talked to ensure we keep talking. Wow. He talked to ensure we keep talking. In a world where shutting down discussion and debate is the goal. Increasing censorship is obvious, I guess with murder being the most obvious extreme example. I'm not sure if some of the reaction surprises me, but it certainly is profoundly upsetting to see so many celebrating and justifying his murder, saying he was spreading hate. Sadly, for many, the definition of that is they disagree with his views. Now, I invite you to have a very long look at where this leads. Every single commentator or person who broadcasts or posts an opinion becomes a target because there's always people who strongly disagree, willingly misrepresent opposing views, using over-the-top language to denigrate opponents. I mean, there's numerous examples, but I'm going to give you just one from the University of Toronto poli-sci and study of religion professor Dr. Ruth Marshall, who didn't waste any time posting this message of hate on Twitter. And please, I want to give you a warning. This includes obscene language. In quotes, shooting is honestly too good for so many of you fascist cunts. This is a person, he's now been forced to take a leave of absence, but at a taxpayer-funded university. And I said, just one of way too many examples.